what's up, everybody? My name is Earl Winfrey. This is Winfrey.com, and welcome to the incredible, the wonderful, the vivacious Miss Wanda B.
Woo! Hey guys, it's me. It's Sunday. It's fun day. It's my day. I love Sundays, and I'm here. This is Wanda B, and I'm on IntellectualRadio.com.
And you know what, Wanda B? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm so
What?
happy to have you here.
I'm happy to
It's-
be here, guys.
It's a beautiful thing to have you in the his.
You may not know, but they almost tried to take me out. He was like, "I'm gonna give you a real wake up call." So I'm waking up, and I'm woke today.
But you know what?
What?
You weren't gonna let it happen.
Wasn't gonna let it happen, and I'm here today, and I'm excited to be here now. For those, I'm gonna take a moment, y'all. For those who aren't here today, because we lost some people who are friends of IntellectualRadio.com. If y'all heard my theme song, one of the greats in the beginning, there was Jack, the person who created my theme song for me.
And you know what? And he did an incredible job with that. And he
He
did it in a
did.
short period of time.
And so I'm gonna take a moment for him. And so that's why you really have to be grateful that you're here, because there are others who are not. And you have to be so grateful for those.
Yes, we are
Moments.
blessed for the ones who are still here, and for the ones who have left and gone to the
And who are our
beyond.
angels. Thank you for my little angels up there who look out for me. And also we got to be blessed and say some thank yous when you have another year on this earth. I got to give a big shout out to none other than Earl, the other Winfrey.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. If
Happy
God,
birthday.
If God said to me, Earl, what do you want for your birthday? I'm gonna say, God, my request is to skip this birthday.
You want to skip a birthday?
Skip
Do you know
this
it's some
birthday,
people who
God.
couldn't have had one?
Matter of fact, God, can we skip like the last 5?
Oh, you want to just stay younger.
Take me back 5, 10 years, God. That's the kind of birthday gift that I want.
You want to go backwards in time.
Backwards in time. Backwards in time.
Do you actually
So
want the
I
time
could-
back or just keep the same age?
No. I want to go back. Like that's what ain't that what old boy said, go back. Let's go back. Yeah,
I don't know who old boy is who said that.
God, yeah, let me go back, God. But you know what, but you know what, at least I'm here.
At least you here.
So I can't complain. Thank you, God, for another year. Thank you, God, for another year.
Thank you. We got to stay grateful. Sometimes
Yes, we do.
Got to stay. Okay, so I've had some questions as we talk about birth anniversaries. I'm going to throw in, I know it's not the anniversary of Intellectual Radio, but I'm going to throw it in there with your birthday, because I just heard a clip that made me think. They mentioned how wise and clever that the name Intellectual Radio is. And it made me think, how did you come up with the name Intellectual Radio?
Because we didn't have none.
We didn't have any Intellectual Radio?
We didn't have none. Back then, when I created IntellectualRadio.com,
15 years ago, if
15
anyone
years
wants
ago,
to know.
I'm listening to the radio, I'm watching TV. I'm like, where are the black intellectuals? I'm like, I can't find them. I mean, if you just watch TV and listen to the radio, you would think that there are no black intellectuals. You know, they all over the place, but where are they? And I said to myself, what we need in our community is some intellectual radio. And that's how I came up with the term IntellectualRadio.com.
And here we are today on IntellectualRadio.com.
15 years later, we've had hundreds of shows, thousands of guests.
Hundreds of shows, thousands of guests.
And you know what? And the beat goes on.
And the beat goes on. The voices go on. And the rest of this evening, we're going to have some more black intellectuals. We've thrown in some color now. What are you doing?
And the beat goes on. You may not know that song. Maybe before your time.
Right. I absolutely don't know what you would just go ask you if your stomach hurts.
That was a classic.
You sound like you were having some gastro issues.
No, that's
over
a classic
there.
song there.
It's a classic.
It's a classic.
The beat goes on. Is that the name of it?
And the beat goes on.
Oh gosh, here you go again, burping. You know what? It's your birthday weekend, and I know you don't believe in whole weekends of birthdays, but I'm gonna let you claim this whole weekend for your birthday.
How I get a whole weekend? Took my mama 2 minutes to push me out, so I get a whole freaking weekend.
Okay, forget it then. Happy birthday tomorrow. His actual birthday is tomorrow. And if you're listening and
August
you've
19th.
if you're on social media, we would like for you to change your logo, your icon for your page of your social media platform. We may extend this now to Instagram. We've been doing it on Facebook for years, and change it to the Intellectual Radio logo. I'm going to be posting it.
I think that's a beautiful thing when my birthday comes and I see people changing the logo, it really, really makes me feel good, and I think it's an incredible way to market all our shows. And I think it's a beautiful thing. And I'm really surprised that hasn't caught on yet, but I guarantee you eventually will. Some other company is going to start doing that, telling all the employees for this special day, change your freaking icon. I think it's a beautiful thing. And it was something I created, my idea, and I love it
He's been doing it for years,
for
probably over
years.
10 years. I'm going to throw in there that we're doing it again tomorrow at midnight, strike of midnight, his actual birthday tonight. I want you guys to change your icon on your social media platforms to the Intellectual Radio logo. If you don't know where to find it, I'm going to be posting it. So you can go to any of the Intellectual Radio streaming or social media pages. I won't say our streaming platforms, our social media pages, and grab the logo. I'll have it there for you to get and change your personal icon. It shows your cute little picture of you on vacation. That best picture of you, we want you to change to our best logo of Intellectual Radio for just one day. We're not asking for it forever. If you want to keep it, that's fine. If you want to go longer, extend it, birthday wishes, go even longer, that's fine. But at
And you know
least
what? I'm not asking for no cash. I
no
ain't asking
cash.
for
She
no
doesn't want to
gifts.
cash
No
some
cash,
time, a
no
little bit of
gifts.
your picture
Just change
time.
the icon for just 24 hours. And you know what?
August
And I want to
19th.
say in advance to all the people who do, I want to say in advance, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I thank you.
Well, thank you. So guys, help me, help everybody at Intellectual Radio honor our dear founder, creator of Intellectual Radio. He's also our engineer. He's also our executive producer. He's also our light bill payer.
And I
So
also clean the toilets.
and he also cleans toilets, y'all. If you've ever come into our studios and said, "Oh, my son, I got bubble gut," and you just he's going to clean. He's the one who gets out the
Yeah.
Ajax and the Comet and make sure that it stays half
I,
spotless.
I call it the work behind the scenes.
The work behind the scenes. Yes, yes, yes. And he would have me do it if I would just do it, but unfortunately, I'm a reluctant uh employee here at Intellectual Radio, so he has to do it himself. If we can't get the job done well, you from your employees, you just got to do it yourself. So a lot of times he just has to do it himself. So wish him a happy birthday for me. So I'm not the one who has to clean the toilets. Y'all give him a shout out. Put that birthday logo up there. If you're my friend on social media, on Facebook, you can go get it from there because I'm about to post it because I was thinking I better post it early because what if somebody they can figure out how to get to it. So I'm
Yeah.
going to do that.
Again, I thank you. I
And
thank you.
again, he thanks you. And then I thank you too, because all the ways that I can show Earl the other Winfrey, my appreciation. I love to do that because he is definitely someone who is always there for me, always there for us here at Intellectual Radio. And any small little thing I can do as an act of appreciation, I like to do. So I'm going to be changing mine for sure. So
Can I ask you
change
a
yours.
question?
Yes, you can.
Why is it that when it's someone's birthday, people always ask that same exact question? And you know what the question is. What's the question?
How
Right.
old
Come on now.
are
Why?
you?
Why you all in my business like that? Why you can't say happy birthday without asking me inquiring about my age? What is the relevance? Okay, why? Why is my age important? Why?
I really don't know.
I mean, whether I'm 45 or 55, I'm saying why is my age even a question? I mean, I could see if I was a kid, if I was 6 or 7, that's a whole different ball game. You 13. But why is a person's age important to someone who was pretty much just an associate? Why do you want to know my age? What's the purpose of that?
It's to get, I think, some kind of visual about you.
I don't
I
understand.
think.
Now I had one show today on the day, and they wished me happy birthday, which was a beautiful thing. And following that, they asked, "What's how old are you?" My question is, what does it matter?
What relevance does it have
What relevant
to?
exactly?
I can celebrate a birthday without giving the
Right? Are
number.
you gonna say, "Well, are you too young to be doing my show, engineering my show? Or are you too old to be engineering my show?" I don't understand. Why is it important to ask a person's age? You want to say you look good for your age? What if I don't look good for my age? I, mean, I just don't understand why
What
people
if you
ask.
say you 22 and they go, dang?
He lied.
Don't ask me my age, y'all. I don't play that. You know what?
Well, my age is classified. If I tell
Your
you,
age is
if
classified
I tell you, if
information.
I tell you, I'm gonna have to kill you. I'm
You
sorry.
scared her. You scared the person when you said that. She like, I don't want to pay them kind of prices for your age.
Yeah, and then, like I said, it has no, in my opinion, has no relevance. As long as it's just like it's Camilla, Kamala. Is she black or white? What's the relevance? Can she do the job? That's what's important. Can she do the job?
You know what I don't want to talk on my show today, y'all?
It's politics.
Politics.
We're not. I just want to just make that point.
Okay. That's the last reference to anybody running in it for the election in November. We're not going to talk about that.
We are moving on.
We are not talking about that. Now, I can talk about any subject. I really can, but let me tell you why I don't want to. Because as we've told you, we have a lot of intellectual shows here at IntellectualRadio.com.
A lot.
And one thing that they are very good at covering our elections and politics. That's their thing. That's not my show. He Said, She Said was founded on men and women communicating together, and us finding out how men think about things and how women think about things. It was not founded on whether who was gonna be president number 47 or nothing like that. Or what number are we on? See, I may be messing that up already. Y'all like, she don't even know. We on 48. See, I don't know. That's why, or I could figure it out. But I don't want to be giving no misinformation. That's why I don't like to talk about anything. I like to talk about stuff I could talk about with my eyes closed. I ain't got to go research. And I do like to research.
And one thing about He Said, She Said Wanda, I have to say I've listened to it for many, many years, and it's a fun show.
And I want to keep it fun.
And
you be wanting to fight people once you hear their thoughts on things. Some of these shows, I be like taking off my earrings in the background and said, "You said what? Oh, if I vote for something, I'm stupid. Oh, you call me stupid? You call me stupid?" This leads me into this conversation right now, leads me into a question I had this week. Is there an age where you too old to fight? Like if somebody disrespects you or says something you don't like or calls you anything out your name or calls you a name you don't like to be called, is there an age, as we talk about age, is there an age where you are too old to be like, I'm gonna whoop you just said I'm stupid if I vote for this person, I'm about to beat your... Is there an age where you need to cut that out, or is it okay if you like 15?
You know what I want to say? That's a very, very good topic. And I wish we were Facebook Live and so we can have people to call in. That's a very, very, very good question. But as for me, I would say after, let's say 8th grade, I've always felt like, what, the bigger person walks away. As long as it's verbal, if it's just verbal.
So how much bigger?
The bigger person walks away, huh?
If they're over 200 pounds, 250?
That's not what I mean. I mean a bigger person. I mean, come on now. I mean, you know what? I cannot tell you how many
jokes.
I cannot tell you how many times I've had to just walk away. I mean, I've done it dozens of times where I've just had to just walk away. And whereas you have some people who are like real, I would say, I don't know what word I should use, violent, hood. I don't know what word I would use, what term I would use, who would have fought that person. But I've been called names. I've been called all types of things.
Things that you feel are disrespectful.
And people have said things to me disrespectful. And you know what? And I've always just walked away. And I think that has helped me to see another birthday.
I'm sure it has, because we do know people who get killed over senseless things,
stupid stuff,
and we know people that are dead right now because of some argument that could have been squashed.
I have folks who owe me money. I said I got about maybe at least 10 grand out there, and people just owe me money. Got to be at least 10,000. And I ain't going after nobody for no freaking $400 or no $20. I'm not chasing after you.
I'll pay you back. Dang, Earl.
Doing that.
You thought about killing me?
You know what? I'm not going
jokes,
after
y'all,
nobody
jokes,
over no little. I'm just not doing it. Not doing it. And like I said, I think that has helped me to see another year.
I think it has. And I think men may be a little bit more guilty of this than women. I don't know. I'm not going to say that, but pride, and I'm not going to let that man disrespect me, and you want to fight over it, and these people are not even here. I know people who have lost their sons to this.
Right. And how many people are in jail or dead over something just petty?
So petty. True.
If they can go back in time. Come on now. I would let that $40 go.
And
now I'm incarcerated for freaking 25 years.
And I would like to say it also, besides being the bigger person, if you have more to lose than the other person, then you should also be the bigger person and the one to walk away. Because people with nothing to lose and don't like where they live, they don't mind going to jail. don't know where their next meal coming from. At least they know they're getting a meal in jail. Sometimes that's better off. They can't even think about a future because they aren't in a happy place. And happy people will take your life. Unhappy people will
You know
take your
what?
life.
I
I
don't
mean,
believe that there's one single person out there that's done something stupid that they went to jail, and after a few days realized, what the hell was I thinking?
you
I
don't
don't
think
think
this?
none of them are saying, you know what, I would do it all over again. I just don't believe that.
I
I
don't know because
I don't
people are
believe that
cuckoo for
people
Cocoa
are like, you
Puffs.
know what, I would, you know what, I shot them cause of $40, and if I and I'm in here, I've been in here for 10 years. And if I had to go back, I shoot them again for $40. I just don't believe folks are that freaking ignorant. If if you feel that way after 10 years of being incarcerated, you got some mental issues. Something else is going on with you.
I believe that. I am wanted to be here on intellectualradio.com, and we try to have intellectual conversation here.
But I
Uh,
like to keep it light, like for it to be fun. I mean, we
and
have a lot of deep conversations, but sometimes we just want to just have fun on the mic.
exactly. Now, I'm not gonna do that because uh I am a parent. And I don't want to do anything that my children would be embarrassed of me about. I want to be a role model and I want to tell them the right thing to do. And I want to exude and exemplify what I would want them to do. And I'm not going to act outside of myself or have to go home and tell my children, man, this man pissed me off. They would be like, Ma, what did you tell us to do? "Hmm."
You know what? I'll tell you something. You know, I shoot pool a lot. One night I was out shooting pool, and someone asked me if I wanted to fight. They got upset about something. And you know what? You know my response to that is,
What was
if
it?
I fought you over some pool, how would I explain that to my kids? How would I explain that? They're coming up, they're about to be adults. How would I explain that? You know, I got into a fight over a pool game. How would I look telling my kids that? How would that look? I'm like, no way I'm gonna fight you. I got kids that are looking up to me.
Well, that's my point. My point exactly. You're proving my point, or you're making my point, or you're giving a good example of my point. Is that as long as I'm somebody's role model, and I want it to be my children's first role model, I don't want it to be Michael Jordan or Kardashian, anybody. I want it to be me. That they always saw their mother trying their best, her best to be a good person, and always led by example. I'm gonna lead by example, and I'm gonna walk away from it. Yeah, you may have called me something out of my name, but what I told them, the words didn't hurt. I'm not gonna let your words hurt me or take me off my square. I'm not gonna lose my house, my car, my freedom to your stupid words.
I agree 100%.
Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. And hopefully I got friends that say, hold me back, hold me back, hold me back. Don't say, girl, get him. Don't let him. Oh, did he say that about you? Girl,
And you know
knock
you
him
got some
out.
girlfriends like that, and there's
Knock
some guys
him
like that.
out.
Right,
Um,
exactly.
no,
Don't let them
no.
talk you like that.
You gonna
Just
let
for
him
real.
talk to you like that? Oh no, don't. Oh, I'm not the one. You good. You good. You good. Cause I never would let nobody talk to me that way. No, 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 no. I ain't going. I'm gonna say if you don't come sit your butt down, cause I know my friends got too much to lose. Cause I don't hang around losers. So I'm gonna be like, girl, come on. No, don't lose your business over this. Nope, nope, nope. They want to bring you down. Misery loves company. I'm
Loves it.
telling you, misery loves company. And I'm not trying to be roommates with no miserable person or dead because of somebody who miserable and want to feel a little bit better for 10 minutes by killing me. No, no, no. So the age to walk away is any age that you got something to lose. You're gonna get kicked out of school. You're gonna get if you can lose your scholarship, if you can lose anything that's valuable to you, think twice, walk away so you can have your scholarship and you can still
Just
graduate from
walk
college.
away. Just walk away.
Walk away, and we're not gonna think nothing less of you. In
Right.
fact, people gonna be commending you. Like that take a lot of
I
guts.
definitely think you're the bigger person. I don't care what they call you. If you walk away, I think, in my opinion, you are the bigger person.
And when we
You
say
know,
bigger person, we're not saying you weigh more. We saying that you have the most morals, the most courage. You are the one with the most of everything you need to make smart decisions. You
and,
got it.
and you can consider this also. Not only are you probably saving your life, but you're probably saving that person's life as well.
May be saving their life. And when you saying that, like they're not doing years or losing years of life for giving up their freedom for something stupid and saving their children's lives. Because if they're not thinking of their offspring, you've let that child grow up with their father or mother. Uh, that you've actually extended goodwill to more than just yourself and your family.
Very, very, very well said. Wanted to be.
So it's definitely when we say being the bigger person, it's being the bigger person. Okay, another question that came up this week for me. I'm asking all the questions, or everything that I thought of this weekend is gonna come out. Okay, so what was my next question? Whether you fight respect? Oh, it's to wish you a very happy birthday. And okay, so a lot of times I have friends. I have one friend, and I'm gonna give her example. Her name. Oh, you're not supposed to give names. I'm gonna give her name.
You give her a name.
Her name is Tammy
Give her
Brooks.
credit because she may not get credit anywhere else but right here on IntellectualRadio.com.
And back in 1987 and 1990, she would take her camera, turn her camera backwards, and take a picture of herself. And then say, "Girl, get around me." And we'd all be squishing to try to get into the picture. And she would have her camera turned
And y'all
backwards.
probably laughed at her.
Yes, we were like, "Girl, where did you come up with this? Why are you doing this?" So I say that my friend Tammy was the first person to do selfies. She would make us all scrunch into the thing and we go get them developed. This was before it was your phone. This was a real camera where she'd have to scrunch, 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 and go to the next picture. And she'd have to go get them developed. And we would all be in the picture together. And we were like, "Where did you come up with this idea? Like, how did you do it?" Because she knew the exact angle. Like, "No, stand over here. You come over here. You get down right here." She knew how to orchestrate it.
And you couldn't see yourself in a screen.
Nope. And she would all get us all and we couldn't even tell if it worked or not.
That's pretty incredible.
In that moment, we wouldn't know if it worked or not.
Right.
We're like, "What are you doing?" And when it comes out, we like, "Wow, we got us all in this picture." People be like, "Who took it?" We were like, "Tammy and her backwards phone taking."
There are so many things that
phone. It was her
that people have done in life,
camera.
that have been the first that end up being something that people done around the world.
Do you
that
have
people never got
anything
credit?
like
Well, I
that?
want to say that I knew a girl, and I'm gonna say her name. Her name was Tanya. Tanya used to work for Walgreens back, and this had to be, man, at least 30 years ago, because I didn't have kids back then. My kids are all old, and
Oh, you're gonna tell your kids' age, but you won't tell yours.
they're older. And she used to make these sweaters, and she used to put all this crap on these sweaters and sell them at Walgreens. And I'm like, this is freaking crazy. And they were so freaking ugly. And she did it around the holidays, right? And now you have the ugly sweaters. And you cannot tell me, no way under the sun, that wasn't started by Tanya. Because she was doing that way, 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 getting these sweaters and putting all types of junk on them and making them out. And now you had how popular are the ugly sweaters nowadays?
It is a tradition to
And
do
I know for a
at
fact she
Christmas
started.
time.
But myself, I'm gonna tell you something. I've started several things in my life, and most people won't even believe it, but it's true.
Can I have one example?
I was the very first. Now you're not gonna believe it. I know you're not. You're gonna say, "Oh, just talking crazy." But I was the very first person to dress up like a pimp for Halloween. Matter of fact, I remember doing it. My brother, he said, "Man, you shouldn't do that, man. They may come after you. It's like you mocking them." But I did it anyway. And now you can buy pimp costumes in freaking Walmart, Target, Walgreens, everywhere. And I'm talking about many, many, many,
And
many,
I'm gonna
many
put out
years
this
ago.
disclaimer right now. Any pimps listening to my show, if you listen to He Said, She Said, I don't know if you're on IntellectualRadio.com or not. You probably are. You could be a pimp and be intellectual. Absolutely, you can. If you are listening, don't come after Earl. He wasn't mocking
No, I
you.
wasn't mocking you.
He
And you
just
know
thought
what?
it was colorful.
And-
Costumes. They weren't costumes. Clothes,
right.
and it made for a good costume.
I put my pimp costume on, and I had a whole bunch of fake money. And I was at the freaking costume party, Halloween party. I was passing out money to everybody. Fake
Now,
money.
did you ever have any women come dressed as hoes with you?
No, never.
See?
I was never that lucky.
That lucky.
But I have to say this right here. Everyone there took my picture.
Did everybody
And
know what you were dressed as?
Yes, and there was a Halloween costume, and I came in second place.
Okay.
And that was the start of something big.
And
now
from then
they're-
on,
now
pimp
they're-
costumes
they're-
have been
they're
rocking
pimps for
Halloween.
You can't go to a Halloween costume and not see a pimp. Today.
You will not go one Halloween without seeing one pimp.
That's right.
The pimps up, hoes down. You won't go without it.
But I did something that was bigger than that.
What?
Many, many, many years ago, when the first silicone bracelets first came out, The very first silicone bracelet came out. I said, man, it would be so cool to put your website on that bracelet.
Now, if somebody goes, "What's a silicone bracelet?"
It's
Now
the
that's
little,
self-explanatory. I know, but
the
I'm
little
going.
plastic bracelets that you wear, little plastic
I
bracelets.
think the first time I kind of noticed silicone bracelets. I love that you have the name from. They're the ones that you get that what would Jesus do
Right,
bracelets.
exactly, exactly.
Or I think who kind of brought them. You may have been one who did it
It
way
was an
before he
athlete.
did
It was
it.
a guy who was he was
Armstrong,
right,
Lance
exactly,
Armstrong, who is
exactly.
a bicyclist in the Olympics. And I don't know, are they? Oh yeah, they're still racing bicycles in the
Right.
Olympics.
But the
But
first
he
time,
started them with his Lance
exactly,
Strong, his
right,
because he had cancer, and he also joined in doing it because it
right.
became very popular with promoting your
Brand.
brand.
But I started putting websites on them, and no one had done that. And even when I had contacted the company, they said they had to get back to me because they hadn't done that before. They hadn't put websites on those bracelets before. So they got back with me a week later and said, "Yes, we can do it for you." And I started that, and before it caught on, I sold approximately 10,000 of those bracelets with information on them
So
before it actually caught on.
So if you want an intellectualradio.com bracelet, because we do have a couple of them still lying around, intellectualradio.com silicone bracelets. I should have worn mine today. I knew I was doing the show. Why didn't I wear mine after the fact?
Just call the station and say, "Give me a bracelet."
708-223-8953.
Just call her and say, "Give me a bracelet."
708-223-8953.
That's all you got to do.
708-223-8953. Call and say, I want a
You
silicone
know
bracelet
what?
that
I'm gonna
say
tell you something very, very
intellectualradio.com.
important one. You want to bring this up also?
What?
We have tickets for a concert
We do?
that we're
Oh,
gonna be giving away.
hey.
Music Soul Child.
Music Soul Child.
Right. And all you have to do is just call in. Just call in to the station. What's the number, Wanda?
708-223-8953.
Right. Call in and say, "You know what? I want tickets to the concert." And you know what we're gonna do?
What we
We
gonna
gonna
do?
give you tickets to the concert. You ain't gotta answer no questions. You ain't got
You
to
ain't got to be
20 20.
the
You ain't gotta be
26th caller.
35th caller. None of that. You ain't gotta tell me who was the 45th, 43rd president. Ain't none of that. Just call in and say, "You know what? I'm calling in for those tickets, man." And you know what? And we're gonna give you 2 tickets to see
To
Music
see
Soul,
Music Soul
Soul
Child,
Child.
if you call in and ask for your tickets.
That's right.
Are we going
This
to the
week.
concert? Will they meet us there?
This next Saturday.
Next Saturday, we're going to be there,
It's
y'all.
gonna be in Elgin.
In Elgin.
And we will, without a doubt, be in the hits.
Oh, when he says his, I always cringe. So you all, what's another word that is cringeworthy for you that people say? For me, it's his house, or when he gets all funky with it with his vernacular. He said it a couple of weeks ago on the He Said She Said show, and I was like, the his house,
The hits.
the his.
The hits. We will be in the hits next Saturday at the Music Soul Child concert, and we hope to see you there.
But in one way we will see you there. You don't gotta buy the ticket. You just have to call in
Call
708
in and say, "I want a ticket."
223
Now, I must say that we
8953.
only have about 20 tickets.
First come, first serve.
First come, first serve.
First call, first serve.
So once they're gone, they are gone.
Yeah. So if you call and they're gone, I'm sorry, we can't give it to you. We can only give it to you if you are the first 20 to call. So get your tickets. Love to have you. Come
So
on.
Wanda, so tell me,
Music Soul
so it's
Child.
Sunday night, Sunday the fun day.
Sunday.
So what shows do we have coming up tonight?
Okay. We have intellectual programming. So the rest of this day today at 7 o'clock. At 7 o'clock, we have the Black Excellence Hour with P. Ray.
Now I'm gonna tell you something. It's a great show. I really enjoy listening to her, and it's a good show.
And at
She's
8
very
o'clock.
intelligent, and she's very, very well known. So if you're into politics, you want to check out P. Ray, the Black Excellence Hour right here on
.com.
There you go.
And then at 8 o'clock, we have, what's the name of the show?
Bell and Company.
Let me tell you something. What I'm realizing as I drew a nice blank, and I'm a radio host and should never draw a blank, but this has come up. I also act in plays. And if you have a nickname that you call something, you should get out of the habit of constantly using the nickname, because you will accidentally call somebody by their, if you go, you and if in your free time when you see them, you like, hey, dummy.
So what's the nickname of the show that you called it the show?
The Dummy Show.
The Dummy Show.
And I was gonna say at 8 o'clock,
But
we
you know
got
what? But here's the
the
thing.
Dummy
Here's the
Show.
thing. Here's the thing. It's not as an insult.
It's not an insult.
The
There's
reason that we call it the Dummy Show is because the co-host is
a dummy.
right.
Not that he's not intelligent, she's not intelligent. Is that it's actually
a real dummy.
Libby is a dummy. No,
I think dummy ain't the right word. She's a doll.
She's a doll.
Let's say she's a doll.
He calls her the host. The host calls Libby a dummy.
Right, exactly. But she's actually pretty funny and pretty witty.
The doll is.
The doll.
His co-host is a doll.
And the doll is not a dummy.
And the doll is not the doll is a doll. But because when he first introduced his show to me, he said his co-host is a dummy. And I used to say, don't call her that. And then he got like tongue-tied sometimes trying to think of what else he should call her because he's always referred to her as a dummy. Because in this instance, she's used like a ventriloquist type dummy. She's kind of, and I always say, don't call her a dummy. But in our lingo between Earl and I, when we say, well, what show is at 8? And I'll go, the Dummy Show. And I was about to say, y'all call and listen to the Dummy Show. I'm like, what is the real name of the show? I'm so used to calling it the Dummy Show. But it's not the Dummy Show. It's Bell and Company, guys. So you can call in and listen to Bell and Company. It's not the Dummy Show. Now, I don't care if you tell them afterwards because I'll explain the whole reason why I got used to just calling it the Dummy Show. But Libby's not a dummy. Libby is a doll. She's a doll. And his co-host is a doll. And I'm not calling her like she's really a doll. A literal doll.
I listened to the show last week, and the show was pretty entertaining. I like the show.
Very entertaining.
I think one of the reasons I like the show is because it brings a different type of flavor to intellectual radio, and I like that.
Yes, most people here don't have dummies for co-hosts.
Right. So I do like the show. So is that it?
I think it's very funny. So guys, tune in to Bell and Company. It's not necessarily always. Okay, that's it. Okay, I gotta go because our shows are coming. But continue to listen. We also got Dominic Natty later on today too. Continue to listen to our programming here.
Now, just in case you don't know who Dominic Natty is, Dominic Natty is a celebrity interviewer, and he's interviewed celebrities from all over the world. If there's a celebrity that you know of, there's a pretty good chance they've been interviewed by Dominic Natty. In fact, the show is called the Dominic Natty Celebrity Podcast. You don't want to miss it.
Guys, thank you for tuning in. If you want those tickets to Music the Soul Child, you can call in at 708-223-8953. Call in later. You can call during any of the shows we have later on today and mention that you're calling for the tickets too. And thank you for tuning in to me, Wanda B on He Said, She Said. I'm keeping it real with Wanda B. And happy birthday, Earl, the other Winfrey. Enjoy however old you are. Enjoy your birthday there. Okay, guys? Thank you for tuning in, guys. See you later. Tell me what did you create? What's your first? 708-223-8953. Thank you, guys. Bye.